So friends, this story is about a 15-year-old girl, Hanna, and her father, Erik. They both live in a house in the dense forests of Finland. When Hanna was 2 years old, Erik has been teaching her all the fighting techniques. And for the past 13 years he has been training Hanna in hunting, aiming and defeating her enemies in hand-to-hand combat. Actually, Erik used to be a CIA agent. But one day he discovered the agency's top secret. And since then, a senior CIA officer, Marissa, wants to kill him. That's why he is hiding here with his daughter. Erik has taught Hanna to speak many languages. Now when Hanna is reading a book, she finds a picture of her mother who is no longer in this world. One day when Erik is teaching her about music, she asks what it feels like to listen to music. "I want to hear it with my own ears," she says. Erik says that the outside world is not safe for her. However, Hanna doesn't feel the same and says she is ready now. After which Erik goes outside, digs a hole, and takes out a device, saying that pressing the button will inform the CIA of our location. But as soon as you press the switch, all the ways to retreat will be closed for you, and then you must kill Marissa, or she will kill you. But Hanna, without fear, presses the switch. Immediately, the CIA learns their location. Now, Marissa calls a meeting with all her officers. Some officers suggest that Interpol should handle this case. Marissa explains that Erik is a very dangerous and capable agent. She insists they should capture him themselves. Then, special forces are sent to apprehend them. Meanwhile, Erik tells Hanna to follow his instructions exactly. He says they will meet in Berlin, and then leaves. Soon, forces arrive and surround the house. 2 soldiers enter, but Hanna knocks them out. However, the rest of the soldiers capture her. In the next scene, Hanna is locked in a cell. An officer comes to interrogate her. Hanna demands to speak only with Marissa. Marissa sends another agent, pretending to be her. The agent tells Hanna that she is Marissa. Hanna asks the agent many questions to confirm her identity. But the agent has a microphone through which the real Marissa gives answers to Hanna's questions. Suddenly, Hanna hugs the agent and starts crying. Feeling the danger, the agents come in to sedate her. But Hanna kills that agent and grabs the gun, shooting the other soldiers. Seeing this, Marissa is shocked. But Hanna breaks the security camera and escapes. Meanwhile, some scientists testing Hanna's DNA find something wrong with it. Hanna, while running, reaches the lab and takes her medical report with her while leaving. Some soldiers follow her, but she climbs up through a tunnel and finds herself on rocky ground outside. Cars pass above her, under which she hides and escapes. Now, she moves alone through the wilderness until she meets Sophie and Miles, who are visiting with their parents. Sophie offers her a lift in their van, but Hanna feels safer walking. We then see Marissa pulling out Erik's file from her locker, burning it, and the story flashes back to when Marissa had tried to kill Erik and his family. Hanna was 2 years old then. Her mother died in that attack. But Erik escaped with his daughter. And since then, Marissa has been searching for him. Now, Hanna reaches a village while walking, where some women were washing clothes. Hanna steals some clothes and wears them. Afterward, she sees a hotel whose owner she meets, and learns that she is currently in Morocco. The hotel owner is surprised when Hanna speaks to him in Arabic. She requests a room because she has no money. The hotel owner gives her a room for free, where she sees electricity for the first time. For her, this world was completely new. She repeatedly turns the light switch on and off. Hanna then looks at her medical report, which shows extraordinary results. Meanwhile, Marissa goes to a bar, where she meets an agent named Isaac and hires him to catch Hanna. Hanna meets Sophie again, who is staying in the same hotel with her family. Sophie invites Hanna to dinner, and they talk a lot. The next morning, Sophie's family leaves on their journey again. But her dad is upset that someone broke their van's sunroof. Meanwhile, Isaac and his men capture the hotel owner and extract information about Hanna from him. Checking the CCTV footage, they find out that Hanna has escaped by hiding inside the van. After that, Isaac kills the hotel owner and, with his gang, starts chasing the van. Meanwhile, Erik arrives in the city via water and encounters two policemen, but he kills them and escapes. Elsewhere, Sophie and her family are enjoying their journey, which Hanna is secretly watching, and Miles spots her. However, he tells no one about it. As soon as the van stops, Hanna runs out, but Sophie sees her and asks her to stay instead of running away. After that, the two become friends, and Hanna reveals to Sophie that she is going to Berlin to meet her dad. Sophie then introduces Hanna to a boy, and they go biking together. When the boy tries to kiss Hanna, she gives him a lesson he won't forget. Meanwhile, Isaac and his men are searching for Hanna in the tents, but she is not there. Marissa, while looking for Erik, goes to Hanna's grandmother's house, and when she doesn't find her, she shoots the old woman. The next morning, Sophie's family sets off on their trip again, which Isaac and his men notice and start following the van. Erik is shown arriving in Berlin to meet his daughter, when he notices that some people are following him. During this, a fight starts, and Erik kills all the guards. Through a walkie-talkie, he learns these men were Marissa's, meaning she is still alive. Then, Erik talks to Marissa on the phone and goes to her house, where he shoots an agent, but Marissa escapes before he enters. Meanwhile, Hanna notices that someone is following her. Sophie's mother pulls her sister aside, and Hanna tells Sophie, no matter what happens, not to follow her. Then, she jumps out of the van and runs towards the port, where Isaac and his men chase Hanna, but she evades them and hides among the containers. As soon as Isaac's men attack, Hanna kills one of them. Sophie sees her doing this and, frightened, runs away. Isaac chases Hanna, but the path ahead is blocked, so she jumps into the water and escapes. However, Isaac and his men take Sophie's family hostage. Then Marissa arrives and starts interrogating everyone, targeting Miles as the weakest link in the family. He reveals that Hanna is going to Berlin to meet her dad, because when Hanna told Sophie about herself, Miles overheard their conversation. We see Hanna taking a ship and arriving in Berlin. She goes to the park where her dad asked to meet her. There, she meets a magician named Neff, who works in the circus and is Erik's friend. I knew Hanna would come here, Neff says, and gives her a letter and a passport with an address on the back. They start talking, and Hanna asks Neff about her mother. He tells her that he knew her mother, who is an excellent singer. Then Neff plays a song, starts dancing, and Hanna hears music for the first time. Meanwhile, Marissa and her men searching for Hanna arrive at the place. As soon as Neff sees them, he hides Hanna under a bed on the upper floor. When they arrive, they start beating Neff and demand to know where Erik is, but he tells them nothing. Marissa goes upstairs searching, while Isaac reveals that Neff knew about the secret program. Everyone thinks Erik is Hanna's father. Hanna, overhearing their conversation, waits for them to leave. Then she escapes through the back door of the house. After that, she goes to a cyber cafe and searches about Erik, where she learns that Erik is not her biological father, confirming what Marissa had said. She then visits her grandmother's house, where she sees her mother's picture on the wall, stained with blood and a bullet mark. While looking at it, Erik arrives. Hanna asks Erik if he is her real father, and Erik becomes a bit distressed. He admits he raised her, but now Hanna wants the truth. So Erik reveals that he was recruited by the CIA to include pregnant women in a program, of which her mother was one. This program altered the DNA of unborn children to lessen fear and empathy, enhancing their combat abilities, aiming to create super soldiers. Erik had recruited 20 women into this program. But when Hanna was 2 years old, Marissa shut down the program and destroyed the facility, wanting to kill Hanna as well, but Erik saved her. Erik says that although he's not her real father, he loves her deeply. Hanna starts to leave, but when Erik tries to stop her, she attacks him. Marissa and her men then arrive, prompting Erik to tell Hanna to escape while he distracts Isaac's men. A fight breaks out, and Erik kills the agents one by one. But Marissa shoots him, and he dies there. Hanna returns to the magician Neff's house and finds him hanging upside down, dead. Marissa, searching for her, also arrives there. But Hanna, without a weapon, pulls an arrow from Neff's body and runs out. Marissa confronts her, claiming she wants to help. Hanna responds that everything is over, and she doesn't want to hurt anyone, then starts to leave. Suddenly, both are attacked. Marissa is wounded by an arrow, and Hanna is shot. Hanna gets up, pursues Marissa, who slips and falls, dropping her gun. Hanna picks up the gun, approaches Marissa, and remarks, "Missed the heart again," before shooting her, ending the film. So, friends, that was the story of the movie Hanna, which you must have liked. Do comment below and let us know.